if you do want to support the podcast, Echo, tell them how to support it, my brother.
Well, we didn't really talk much about working out or anything that would constitute much supplementation, but
what about Alpha Brain?
Alpha Brain, yes. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Because you got to be quick with your finger on the trigger of your camera.
Yeah.
In some cases, you might want to get some of that Alpha Brainy.
Yeah. I was talking to I was talking to somebody. This was like yesterday, or the day before, about photography. And you know how people, they'll see like a real good picture and they'll be like, "Hey, that's a cool picture. What camera did you use?" Do you ever find that insulting?
I've
heard it.
A really good question.
I've heard it compared to like this girl I know, Holly. She's an actor and a photographer, and she said it like this: when someone asks her what kind of camera she used, like, "That's a great picture. What kind of camera did you use?"
Sure.
It's like saying, "Hey, that's a great meal. What kind of stove did you use?" Something like that.
Yeah, I get that.
Meaning it wasn't the archer, it was the bow and the arrow that made it a good shot.
Right, exactly.
I think I've had it the other way around. I've had people say that, "Wow, that's a lovely looking camera. You must have shot some great pictures with that." So yeah, that's probably like that in reverse. Yeah. But
you keep it traditional too. I mean, obviously you're doing manual focus.
Yeah.
On film a lot of times.
Yeah. And on digital. This is manual focus on digital as well. Yeah. But I've been using them for 20 odd years, so not the Leicas, they're not everybody's cup of tea. I know a lot of professional photographers, they're not, it's not their cup of tea, but and also, it's a particular type of photojournalist, I think, that uses a camera like this. And when I say particular, I mean they shoot particular stories in a particular way. It's not that they're any better than anybody else. They certainly aren't. They just choose to use a camera that doesn't have long lenses, and I like to use a camera that doesn't. My longest lens is a 50mm.
You got to stalk your target.
Yeah,
like a bow hunter.
I like to use these are quiet and you get in close.
Yeah, see, like even that's a
photographic assassin.
There's so much detail to the art, where of course equipment is something,
sure,
but the artistic part of it, I think photography gets it the most. I think,
yeah,
because it's like how you said, everyone's a photographer now.
Yeah.
Absolutely,
everyone can. I can take a picture. Give me a good camera, mine can look like that.
And everybody can. Everybody has it in them to shoot a beautiful picture. I firmly believe everybody can shoot a great picture.
Yeah, yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, so Alpha Brain, boom, take some Alpha Brain. Take better pictures potentially.
Totally. There you go.
Right. At the end of the day, there you go.
Plus, you got to lug heavy camera equipment around.
Yeah,
you
that's
might want
true.
to,
There's some shroom tech for that one.
Get some shroom tech for that one.
Yeah, running through the sewage that could have helped you in the later minutes.
Yeah,
whatever.
That's right. And I've just discovered these tonight as well.
Warrior bars, boom, solid, right?
Oh man.
Yeah.
I'm not a good host. Didn't feed him. My wife,
what
bless her heart.
What do you mean you
I did. I did.
You are a good
Once
host.
my wife said, "What is wrong with you? Why don't you give him some food?" And I said, "Okay, he needs food. Warrior bar."
And she was like, "Wait, not that one. That's mine."
Yeah, them's mine.
Yeah, boom, Warrior bar. So yeah, if you want to get 10% off those, onit.com/Jocko, boom, 10% off. So supplement yourself, supplement your wallet, if you will. There you go. Or if you want to support before you shop on Amazon, go to our websites, one of them, Jocko Store or JockoPodcast.com. Click through the Amazon link. Support passively.
No.
Efficiently,
yes. Passively, no. We don't do things passive here at the Jocko Podcast. We aggressively make things efficient.
Default aggressive.
Yes, that's what we do here.
Amazon. All right, well, you want to get more efficient.
And also, UK is working.
Yeah,
Boom.
UK is up. Solid.
Germany, working.
Germany is...
Will be working.
They're all working. Yeah.
Canada,
Germany,
we know.
Canada's
good to go.
working, yep.
So if you're in those countries, appreciate the support.
Yeah.
Amazon, click through.
Yep.
Trooper Tool.
That's what I'm saying. If you want to get efficient,
ultra
aggressively efficient.
Oh, I like it.
With supporting through Amazon, just go to the website. Instead of the Amazon link, click on the Trooper Tool, Jocko Podcast, Trooper Tool, Chrome extension. Boom, adds a little thing on your browser. Automatically support every time you shop Amazon.
That's legit.
Very legit. My opinion. Thanks again, Brady, for that one. Tech genius, jiu-jitsu student. And if you wear t-shirts, go to jockostore.com. You might like some of those. Discipline equals freedom. Jocko's head says good backwards. The good is backwards, so when you look in the mirror, it's a message to you.
This is not for other people.
It's not for other people.
Just like this podcast.
It's for
not
you.
for everybody.
It's not for everybody.
This podcast is for you.
That's right.
Stickers.
But yeah, stickers on there and travel mugs.
People
and
are posting cool bumper stickers, but they're not putting them on their bumpers. No. They're putting them on their squat rack.
Yep.
Like that.
I got one on my desk, my whiteboard.
Yep.
Boom.
Awesome.
Yeah, the stickers are bumper stickers, but they're for everything for sure. Yeah. So if you like that stuff, man, you can support that way. That's a cool way. Get one of those. We'll send it to you.
Another thing we got coming, a little bit of Jocko white tea, pomegranate style. Yep. It should be coming out in the next few weeks. Just keep checking back to the website. It comes in a cool tin, and it says Jocko white tea on it, pomegranate. Because that's how I do things. People like, what we need to do is come up with a really cool name for the podcast. And I go, okay, Jocko, podcast, boom. We need to come up with a cool name for the Jocko white tea. Okay, Jocko white tea, boom. Because we're not, we're just trying to keep things simple.
Yep, here to win.
One of the laws of combat.
Here to win, yep.
So check that out. It is pomegranate white tea. It's obviously, I talked about that on the first, my introduction to the world was when Tim Ferriss said I had mixed up some pomegranate white tea, and Tim, he's an aficionado of tea, dude. That guy has that
too. Huh?
Yeah, he has a special kettle where you press what kind of tea you're drinking, and it's going to bring it to the appropriate temperature for that type of tea. Green tea, white tea, black tea. It's going to do it right. Okay. He's got that thing. He's got like a little shelf. He's into his tea. Dang. But he had never had the white pomegranate tea before. Dang. So when I showed up and I said, hey, you want some of this? And so I mixed it up for him, and he's drinking it. And we were starting the podcast in, like 20 minutes. Mm-hmm. And 12 minutes later, he starts going, yeah. What kind of tea was that? He was all kinds of fired up. So then the next thing that happened was on Amazon, I would see people would order Extreme Ownership. And then it would be like, people that bought Extreme Ownership also bought pomegranate white tea. And then finally one of the tea people said, hey, you need to have your own tea. And I said, okay, I'll make my own tea, but it's going to be good, real good. So I went through it took a while because I kept saying, nope, do this, nope, a little bit more of that. And finally we got to the tea that not only tastes good, but it gives you the white pomegranate tea power. Right. So be looking for that. Speaking of Extreme Ownership, you can buy that book written by myself and my brother Leif Babin. You can get it on hardcover where you can make lots of notes and put little tabs in there and highlight stuff. You can buy it on digital. I think you can make notes on digital too, but it doesn't look as cool.
Kindle?
Yeah, you can put notes in Kindle, right?
Well, I use the Kindle app.
Oh.
And, bro, I don't know what I did without. Well, I didn't really read before that, but I'm just saying you can go do notes, color code. Yeah, man. All at your fingertips. Really good, man. That's
good, and I'm glad you dig that. Me personally, I need to have physical, note. I got my pens lined up, highlighters lined up. You know how I do things with the physical. Can I really do the podcast from a Kindle? Is that going to work? No. We would have to shut down the podcast.
Well, you'd have to learn how to use a Kindle first. You would.
Oh, I'd have to free my mind a little bit. Yeah. Then also, the Extreme Ownership Muster, which is a little conference we're having out here in San Diego, California. If you want to talk about all this stuff in depth with some real focus, myself, Leif, running this thing out here in San Diego, California. Leadership conference, but that's one way of looking at it. Another way of looking at it is frontal assault on your brain. So come and get some of that October 20th and 21st. Check out echelonfront.com for some details on that. And also, if you want to continue this conversation, you know that we're all up upon the interwebs. Echo is at Echo Charles. And I am at Jocko Willink. Twitter, Facebooky, Instagram. Kieran is also on those various mediums, and he's...
Shall I spell it?
Spell it.
Okay. It's at IMKIERANDOHERTY. And it's the same on Instagram.
And,
I'm Kieran Doherty.
I am Kieran Doherty.
but it's not
right.
I am.
Right, it's I'm.
I
It's-
am.
But that's a
I'm.
common one though. Like people,
Okay, yeah.
it's not like it's like, oh shoot, you know, like what? Repeat that, because that's a common one. Like they'll put the or I'm or like I don't know, MMA at the
Yeah.
end or something. You know, so that's a common one. So it's not that hard to remember, is what I'm saying.
India, Mike, Kilo, India, Echo, on down the line.
I'll put in the link.
Romeo, Alpha, November.
And I'm new to
Delta,
Twitter, so I
Oscar.
really need some friends.
Followers.
Oh, sorry, followers. Right. Okay.
But actually, you do Instagram.
I
And
do
that's-
Instagram,
I guess
yeah.
that one's a little more obvious for you since you take pictures
Sure.
with that.
Yeah.
And it's a camera thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. And since you're a photographer and whatnot. And so, Kieran, once again, thanks for coming on.
My pleasure.
Thanks for sharing these stories. It was awesome to talk to you and good to see you again. And, of course, to the troopers out there that are listening to this podcast, thanks for joining us here. Thanks for looking at the world. And even if you're not taking pictures of the world, at least take the time to appreciate it. All of it. The good and the bad, the light and the dark. And while you're out there in the world, go ahead and make sure you get after it too. So until next time, this is Kieran and Echo and Jocko out.